All right, so problem number 17 is pretty much the same as 1 and 3. They want you to figure out what's the solution to the equation. So again, we're just solving for x. Here, the goal is to eventually get it down to 1x so that you can undo your order of operations, work your PEMDAS backwards. Before we can do that, though, we have to get rid of the parentheses. Each set of parentheses has something in front of it that has to be distributed through. So on the first set, I'm going to take my negative 2 and multiply it in. So negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. Negative 2 times a negative 6 is going to give me a positive 12. The next piece, you should notice in front of that parentheses, you have a negative sign. So that negative sign is going to change all the signs for everything inside. That means the 6 that was inside of it, which was positive, is now going to be negative 6. The 6x was minus, so it's going to be plus. Again, all you're basically doing is distributing in a negative 1. And so it changes the signs. If you multiplied that negative 1 through, it would change all your signs. Then I bring down the equals 0. From here, I'm going to draw my line through it and see if I can start solving yet. At this point, I don't have a single x. I still have these two x's. The catch for this problem, what makes it a little bit different, is now our x's are both on the same side. So remember the line that we draw through our equal sign? That's your opposite line. If anything jumps over that line, it's going to change and become opposite. Okay? If I move my x's together, are they jumping over that opposite line? No, they're on the same side, so you're just combining like terms. This is just negative 8x plus 6x. So if I combine them, I would be left with negative 2x. Negative 8 plus 6, negative 2. Okay? Same thing goes for my numbers. I still have 12 minus 6 to combine. Again, they're not jumping over that opposite line, so when I subtract them or combine them, I'm just left with 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. And then I get to bring down my equal 0. Okay? From here, I have it down to a single x, so I go through and try to undo my order of operations. Is there any addition or subtraction over here with x? Yes. Yes, there's adding. They are adding 6 so that you would have to subtract. That's right. So I'm going to have to subtract my 6 to move it to the other side. When I subtract my 6, that leaves me with negative 2x equals negative 6. Once the addition or subtraction piece is done, I move on and look, is there any multiplication or division happening to my x? Yes. They are multiplying. So if they're multiplying by a negative 2, we would have to go through and divide by negative 2. Yep. So you end up with x equals negative 3. Oh, positive 3. You're right. Just kidding. Negative 6 divided by negative 2. Positive 6. So x equals positive 3. Yes, x equals a positive 3. Okay? Okay, well, guessing is lucky. You will have multiple choice on the test, so I guess you can use those as your guesses. However, if you use your calculator and you go to y equals, I can type in both sides of my equation. So I have negative 2 parentheses, 4x minus 6, close my parentheses. Oh, my 2 didn't show up. Hold on. You can't see it? Sorry. See it now? Okay, so I'm typing in that whole left side. So now it's minus parentheses 6 minus 6x. Close my parentheses. So I've typed in everything that I have. Sorry, it's really bad. I've typed in everything that I was given on the left side. And then in y2, I can type in what's on the right, which was 0. Okay? So I have the right side, I have the left side, then I can pull up a table of values, or you can use your graph, whichever one you want to do. So one way to do it, if you pull up your table of values, you would look, where's your y's the same? So you'll see here our answer was x equals 3. And in our calculator, let's see if I can zoom in on that. In the calculator, you see that the y values, when x equals 3, both of your y values are 0, which is why we got the answer. Other options, some people go to graph. You wait for your 2 lines to show up. Okay, maybe 1 line doesn't show up on this. Yeah. Some people do it this way and they do second trace and you go to 5. Again, just showing both options. You hit enter 3 times and it tells you your answer down at the bottom would be x equals 3. So, okay. So there are calculator cheats. If you want to know more about them, you can ask me. If you want to go back and try them for 1 and 3, you can go back and try them, and you'll find your x value shows up. But, all right, so what are we going to do next? Number what? 16? Okay. All right, so now try problem 16. Problem 16. I'm not recording anymore. Oh.